First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders getting millstone, and salutation to all y'all coming on highways and byways. But I want to get into this. The spirit's not upright in him. Then I was scrolling down when I searched this up. You got Jake following after him. You got Jake trying to be like Esau. Shows that the spirit of Esau is upon a lot of Jake. Always being weird. I'll just get a scripture. Make this video not too long. But Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That is lifted up is not upright in him. That means by many things, Esau is a natural homosexual by nature. You got this. You got him dressing up as children. Got Jake being like him. You got trying weird baby products. Weird baby products. They're for babies. No, they're not. There's of course they're weird to you. He's a weird. He's a bug out.
Everybody needs a bottle in the morning, but since babies can't drink coffee, I have my juice. Yay! Handy Manny is on. It's my favorite show. Yeah! I like coloring because it's just relaxing to color stuff, man, and you don't really have to follow the rules because you can color it whatever you want.
He's weird. He's a bug out. That's Esau. This is what Esau does. The spirit not lifted up upright in him. I want to get into this. Genesis chapter 25 verse 29. Since he was born, his spirit had never been right. Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. He was passing out. Jake, we fast. Israel, we naturally fast. It's in our background. It's in our ethnicity. It's in our history and our culture to fast. Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee." Esau was Jacob of Jacob. Esau was a brother to Jacob. So how he didn't know how to fast, I guess. I pray thee with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." And Esau said, "Behold, I'm at the point to faint to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me?" He asks, "What this? I'm at the point to die." He thinks he couldn't hit. He couldn't wait to eat. He couldn't wait a good a good day. To eat. What shall this prophet do, the birthright do to me? He didn't have faith. Why question it? If trusting Yahweh, why question what he did? He gave you the birthright. Esau had it in the palm of his hand, and said, "Jacob." And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he swore unto him. He sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. He did despise it. He gave it away so easily, Hebrews chapter 12 verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator, profane person Esau, who sold for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that after when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. He would have inherited the blessing, but he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So Esau, he's upset that he can't get his birthright, but he sold it. You know, he rejected. He found no place of repentance because he knew later down the line, after Isaac told him what he would be getting from it, you know, basically the whole world and all the nations serving him. So Esau wanted his birthright back. He cried about, it, but there's no way, there's nothing you can do. You know, to get, you know, Esau, there's nothing you can do to get it back. You know, this is one song. I just gotta show it. You know, this is a good song. You know, Esau. You know, just read the lyrics of it. If only I could make a deal with the Most High, and small place. Hold up.
This is Nutpods, the small business on.
It's like I just want to play this one part to this song because it matches Esau perfectly.
Amazon. This is their CEO. Hi.
I thought combined.
Because Esau knows what he did, you know, and there's other shows I should show too in these clips, you know, that Esau knows what he did. You know, Esau knows why he has this hate. Hold up, I'm trying to get closer to the video.
Doesn't hurt me. You wanna feel about the deal I'm making. You and me. And if I only could make a deal with God and get him to swap our places, be running up that road, be running up that hill. See.
So right there, you know, I just wanted to get that small clip because, you know, in the song, you can hear from the beginning saying, if you and me, you know, could swap places, you know, it gets on to saying that if only me and, you know, if only me and God, if God could swap places with me and you, you know, if you think about it, you know, that links back to Esau, you know? Hold up, there's another one, there's another video.
So much. I didn't always. I was obsessed with you. For so long, I wanted to be the Flash. I spent years figuring out how you came to be.
You know, ain't that how Esau is? Isn't he obsessed with Jake? Isn't he always trying to be like Jake?
Duplicated the reaction. And it worked. I became like you. Alright, so what happened? This ability to travel through time revealed the truth. My fate was to become your greatest enemy. I was never going to be the Flash. So I became the reverse of everything that you were. The more people you saved, the more you were loved, the more I had to take from you. That is why you killed my mother. You couldn't be me. I became better than you. I am the one thing you cannot stop, Flash. Because you couldn't be me.
You know, you look at that, you know. Same thing in Transformers. Optimus Prime and Megatron. You know? All these scenes in movies, you know, TV shows. Esau knows, man. Another one, Dragon Ball Z, with Broly and Goku. So all these scenes you see in these movies and TV shows ain't for nothing. They just had this unbearing hate, and you know these other nations know about it. That makes these TV shows, you know, Ammon made Dragon Ball Z Japanese. You know. Ezekiel 35:5, because thou had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So ain't that what Esau did? The perpetual hatred. Did he not shed the blood of the children of Israel until iniquity? He did that. But the scriptures also say that if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Then he said, Yahweh shall unto him put up again thy sword into his place. All they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. So you take up the sword, you're gonna be perished with the sword. Ain't that what's gonna happen to Esau? Let me get this verse. Um, I forgot what I was gonna write. I forgot. What was I gonna write? What was I gonna write? Oh man. Joseph house was stubble. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them. They devour them, and there shall not be any remain in the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. So Esau will not be on the earth no more. So it's gonna be wiped out, cause he just can't do right. He's child. He's immature. He's a kid. He's wicked. He's a devil. Cause if he was back at it again, he's gonna look at what he did wrong and find a different way into doing. He's a devil. He just can't survive. He can't be on earth, man. He can't do it. Lord let him live. He can go right back trying to do what he got to do. After 1,000 years, all right, Esau, here you go. You can have your freedom. You think Esau's gonna let that go? He already hates us naturally. So imagine that we pin a beat on him. He's gonna come back even harder. Think he's gonna try to topple the elect. Esau's gonna find a way, try to sicken them. Esau. That's not gonna work. Just blow them away, because when the elect get their powers, uh, they're gonna be unstoppable because the only thing that's gonna be stopping them is sin, and they're not gonna be sinning no more. You know, they're gonna just bust Esau. It's gonna be a continuous fight because Esau's not gonna stop. So the Lord is gonna have to destroy him off the face of the earth because he can't forgive. He just can't let it go. His birthright. He probably the first. He just hold grudges. You think you met people that hold grudges and bring stuff up from 5-10 years ago? Esau brings up something that happened 1,000 years ago, and we'll want to kill you over it. Think about it, But I just want to make a short clip because just getting into why Esau had that perpetual hatred is his birthright. Got a few clips. You can see a couple of TV shows through that. Whatever. Have a spiritual eye to certain things and catch it. You got Lion King is a good one. This is basically a depiction of Esau. Look, if you watch the movie, you can see the complete resemblance in their spirit. Not only that, but I wanted to show this. That Esau knows who the children of Israel are.
Define your own style, do things your way, and head out in the first ever 2-series.
So like, why you would wonder why Esau put these things in these movies to it's like I heard it was sorcery, or whatever, but to put it out there so people could be subconsciously unaware of it or something. That's where I don't know, but Esau just put things in movies. That's through the spirit of the Lord, that mainly ultimately it's the spirit of the Lord that put so we can remember who we are. But this clip I'm gonna show you is that Simba basically is lost. He doesn't know who he is. That's basically Israel, and that's the most and they're trying to like get into it how we lost who we were, but I'm gonna let the video play.
You know my father? Correction.
Okay, this is just
Who your father?
I hate to tell you this, but he died a long time ago.
Nope. Wrong again. He's alive. And I'll show him to you. You follow old Rafiki. He knows the way. Come on. Don't talk. Hurry up.
Hey, whoa, wait.
Come on. Come on.
Would you slow down?
Stop. Look down there.
That's not my father. It's just my reflection.
No. Look hard. You see, he lives in you. Simba.
Father?
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me.
Haven't forgotten who we were, being Israel. So we forgotten the Lord, forgotten who we were, So but we're starting to remember who we are, remembering the Lord,
Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember who you are.
No, please, don't leave me. Father! Don't leave.
Remember take a place in the circle of life. Remember who we are. We gotta remember. Wake up from this dream. We all been there. We all been doing, being outside the truth, doing wickedness. Then the Lord had mercy on us and brought us into the truth. All through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And now He's making us remember who we are. His name. The laws. To have faith. Remember who we are, Israelites. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Esau knows all of this. He put it in these movies for a reason. Whatever reason that is, because Esau is just a bug out naturally. So I don't know what Esau does anymore. He's just a fool at this point. He's still trying to lie and say the moon landing was real. Okay, man. Any other shows that they got that in? Loki. know, look, there's another depiction.
It was Asgard that brought peace. We'll have to defend that peace. Come.
Loki is beyond reason.
I am Loki.
Shadow, this was to be my day of triumph.
Living in the shade of your greatness.
Ain't that how Esau feels? Don't Esau always say we're more popular than him? Every time you see the comment, watch a rap video, you'll see Esau comment and start talking shit. You know, Esau mad. He's just hating. He's a hater. He's in the shadow. He wants to be acknowledged. That's why he does what he does. You know, he always wants attention. Why do you think he's always doing something stupid, something ridiculous, jumping off bridges, jumping off planes, to be dressing up as animals, dressing up as a baby, because he's trying so hard to gain the affection of someone, to show that to be loved. I don't know. He's trying so hard to be Jake. You know, just be you. That is him actually. That's the weird part. Anyway, let's get into the video more.
We're raised together. We played together. We fought together.
That's basically Jake. Ain't that basically Jake trying to reason with Esau? Ain't that hands up, don't shoot? You know.
Do you remember none of that?
You know, ain't that Jake trying to? That's what Jake does nowadays. Jake trying to reason with Esau, saying that not all Edomites are bad. You know. So Esau knows, man. He may not show us the way we would be in a movie. You got Thor looking like an Edomite, but you know, but it's not about, you know, I'm just trying to not, it's not about what the physical features, but look at what they're saying, you know, their words. That's why I put the captions on. Think about it, you know.
I remember a shadow. This.
Isn't that what Esau feels that way? So he sees Jake, because we take the spotlight all the time. We're more funnier than him, we're more cooler than him, and Esau can't handle that. He can't dance, he can't do nothing. He's just talentless. Cause why do you think no other nation can't? Why do you think any other nation can't envy us like Esau does? Because Esau knows he felt he lost something to us. Why do you think Moab don't envy us? Why do you think Moab don't make jokes or get mad when we do something? Because it wasn't meant. Because the birthright was. He feels that birthright was. He feels that emptiness in him that he had something that filled him up, but now he doesn't have it no more. And we do. He knows we have something, but he just doesn't know what. That's why Esau always attacks us, always verbally got something to say. He doesn't argue with the Africans. He doesn't argue with Moab or Ishmael. He argues with us because we have something that he doesn't. He doesn't know what, but he can feel it. Which is why he always trying to mock us about our rap videos or how Jake dances. You know, always trying to make something out of it. Because he's missing something. And he knows that we have it. That's why he doesn't mock Moab. That's why he doesn't argue with Ishmael. Even though they don't argue about what they say about Jake, but he you know, Esau's a devil naturally, you know. He's adverse to all life, you know. But with Jake, it's something just more than that.
Was to be my day of triumph.
Living in the shade of your greatness.
It'll come. Question him, like I've always done. He who put the scepter in your hand, who gave
Ain't that
you ancient knowledge.
Ain't that what Esau did in the book of Genesis? He questioned what the Lord's birthright was.
Like I've always done.
You question him? Hold up.
Triumph.
Living in the shade of your greatness.
It'll come. Question him, like I've always done. It is my birthright. I could have done it, Father.
Look at him. Ain't that what Esau? Look, that's how Esau feels. You know, if you look at Odin in the spiritual side, you would think that would be talking about the Lord, you know. Not saying he looks like that or anything, but spiritually, on the spiritual side of it. Look past the physical features of the man, you know. And look at what they're saying, you know, the message they're giving.
And should be killed.
Hold on. Try to go further back than that.
Father. Tell me!
I remember you tossing me into an abyss.
I could have done it, Father.
I who was and should be killed.
It It is my birthright. I could have done it! For you! Your birthright was today!
You know, Esau, that basically, ultimately, it was destined for Esau to die. Think about it, really. Because at the end of Book of Romans, I mean, not in the Book of Romans, but in the Book of Romans, it talks about Esau's destruction, his end. It doesn't talk about him being in the kingdom, being able to stay alive and to serve us for 1,000 years. You know. See all these messages Esau's giving. He knows. He knows something. He knows.
Tricks, but I had her trust. Trust? Was that her last expression? Trust? We let her die? What help were you and yourself? Who put me there? Who put me there? Because I'm the monster whose parents tell their children about at night? You know, it all makes sense now. Why you favored for all these years? Because no matter how much you claim to love me, you could never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard. I never wanted the throne. Why have you done this? I only want to be your equal.
You know, that's what Esau feels inferior, and it showed daily. He always got something to say about Jade. He always got something to say about it. He just can't keep his name out their mouth. Keep our name out his mouth, because he had nothing better to do. There's nothing for him. There's nothing left for him. So he just mocks everybody and hides behind a keyboard and the comment board or everything and argue with people.
We fought each other in the past. I did so with a glimmer of hope that my brother was still in there somewhere. This is goodbye, brother. If you fail, I'm so sorry. There will be no realm, no baron, no crevice where he cannot find you. Do you truly think so little of me? Okay, I thought the world of you. I thought we were going to fight side by side forever, but at the end of the day, you're you and I'm me. And let's be honest, our paths diverged a long time ago.
See, at the end, I think they made like 5 Thor movies. You know, Thor finally realized that you can't trust him. He couldn't trust Loki. Same with us, you know. You know that he would never change. You know, basically, you know, waking up to this truth. You know, seeing the history of what Esau did throughout history. You know, he will never change. You know, you gotta live with that. You know, our path diverged a long time ago. You know. But, you know, I just wanted to get on that there's, you know, it's always good to watch these movies with a spiritual eye, you know. Esau knows, you know, Esau knows a lot, you know. He's not no dummy, even though the peons act like it, dressing up as babies, bunch of weirdos, you know. But that's it on that, you know. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, and double honor to El the Great Millstone, and salutation to all your Akim and Howard and Bowers. Till next time, Shalom.